Hey, so the PS5 Pro price is something that I'm seeing a lot of people talking about on the internet for the last couple of days, even weeks. I don't remember exactly when it was announced. And I do recall people, especially on the US and Europe, talking a lot about how expensive it is for what it's actually doing, even though it is a pro product, which is not for everybody, which is just for the people that want the best out of a PS5. It is expensive. It's almost double the price, I believe. It's currently announced at $700 on the US, I believe. And one thing for me, that price does not affect me at all because I live in Brazil. So what this means is that the price right here is going to be way worse. So when they announced the PS5 Pro for $700, we, the community, the gamers of Brazil, already looked at it and were in shock because that means that the price is going to be horrendously expensive here in Brazil. A couple of days ago, in a Brazilian website, the official PlayStation Store kind of announced the official price for the PS5 Pro right here. It's not the official price. It might change for better or for worse. It might be cheaper, it might be more expensive. But we as Brazilians, we do know that it's kind of real, the price that they put there. So that brings us to one topic, which is one of the things that I hate the most living in Brazil, which is how minimum our buying power is. So I just want to show you guys a comparison of how much expensiver the PS5 Pro is here in Brazil. So the PS5 Pro is $700 in the US. Okay, that's not including any games, any extra controllers, and the PlayStation Network subscription. That's just the base price, and that's without taxes, I believe. So if we go to check the minimum wage in the US, which is just a number that I'm using for reference right here, it is $7.25 an hour. If you work 5 hours a day, you are going to be getting paid $36.25 at the end of the day. That brings us to estimate that the minimum monthly wage in the US is $1,160, okay? So in 1 month of work, you probably will be able to pay for a PS5 Pro. That's like ignoring taxes and rent and water and food and transportation and Wi-Fi, etc. That's ignoring it all. It's just a price. So you might be able to pay for one and you still are going to have somewhat of $400 to do whatever you want. So I actually did a calculation, and in around 20 days of work, that's like if you don't work at Saturdays and Sundays, you are going to have a little bit more than $700 to spend. So I believe it's actually realistic to say that in a month of working, the average person in the US will be able to pay for a PS5 Pro, again, ignoring rent, taxes, etc. So if you are a kid and you live with your parents, they are paying for everything, and you just want to, get on the grind and buy yourself a PS5 Pro because you really love gaming, or if you are at college doing a part-time job or doing an internship, you probably will be able to pay for it if you really want to, okay? So the next part. In Brazil, the monthly minimum wage is 1,320 reais. I will convert. That means that our monthly minimum wage is $237.74 in the US. Converting directly, that's not actually the price, things may vary a lot, but that's an average realistic amount of dollars that you might have. So that means that a Brazilian person working at a monthly minimum wage, again, without thinking about rent, taxes, etc., will be able to buy a PS5 Pro in just under 4 to 5 months. That's if the price was $700 right here. That's already like almost 3 minimum wages here in Brazil monthly, okay? But the price the PS5 Pro was announced right here at that official PlayStation store that I was talking about is 7,000 Brazilian reais. Converting that directly to dollars, that gives us $1,260.76. So that means that actually we're paying like almost double the price that it is in the US just for buying it in Brazil. So, okay, ridiculously expensive. But if we're going to buy it here in Brazil, we need to work at a minimum wage without putting the taxes and rent and etc. on the math. We are going to need to work a little more than 5-6 months and on, saving all of our money just to buy the PS5 Pro without any games and any extras. So someone in the US working at a minimum wage will be able to buy that in a month. And right here, we need to work our asses for half a year without spending a dime, and then we'll be able to buy it. But you know, it's readily not that common for someone to be working at a minimum wage. So I do believe in the US, you might be able to rather easily land a job that is not the minimum monthly wage that I commented earlier on in this video. But here in Brazil, it's really common to know people that are working at a minimum wage, making like just a little bit more, like 1,500 reais. And in all of my life, where I got to know many people, it was really rare to get to know someone who was making 7,000 reais a month. And I know for a fact it is really rare. According to some researches done in the end of 2021, not even 10% of Brazilian population would make more than 3,500 reais a month. So not even 10% of our people make half of the price of the PS5 Pro a month right here. You know, I'm not going to dive in some more complicated maths or trying to justify everything, but as someone who is not rich, actually I'm far from rich, I'm probably never going to be able to afford a PS5 Pro, and that's coming from someone that loves PlayStation and was not even able to even buy the base PS5 Pro edition till this day. Like, we're 3 years, 4 years since that released, and I wasn't even able to purchase that. You know, that's one thing that I actually hate. I just want to show you guys like the difference of what you can get working at a effed up country. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.